What do you guys reckon for a paladin to have for their find greater steed, a dragon or a wyvern mount?
Wyvern you could do. It'd have to be a greater one though, because they're both have flood.
Oh yeah, I mean it's find greater steed because I'm building a paladin for my next character on this, and I'm like, do I go for the griffin as the mount, or do I want to go something spectacular like a wyvern?
Are wyverns allowed for the greater steed?
Uh, it's very blank on what can and cannot be for it because I'm looking at it at many different forums on it, and it's like some say you can, some say you can't. So it all depends on the wyvern, I think.
Maybe some. It depends on the DM also.
That too.
We should ask the DM first.
Yeah, of course. I want to make sure I have this all sorted before. So when we finish up tonight, I might ask him.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Back, coffee in hand.
Question, DM, for greater steed for paladins. Find greater steed spell.
Yep.
It says in there Griffin, Pegasus, what was it? Rhino and what is it?
Direwolf.
Saber-tooth tiger, direwolf, Pegasus, Petron, rhinoceros, or a saber-tooth tiger. For thematics of where we are currently in the world,
Yep.
would a paladin realistically could have a wyvern mount?
I've done this before. It's basically a CR related thing. So while I don't know about, I'd have to look into it with wyvern specifically. But if you look at the challenge rating for all the things that are listed, rule as written, it's pick from this list, and that's not necessarily what I'm fine with doing something different to what's on the list, but that list is a guide for the capabilities, basically by challenge rating of what you can have.
Okay, a wyvern is challenge 6, large dragon.
Yep.
And a griffin is a challenge rating 2. So
I think you'll find everything on that
how
list.
would you rule that?
I think everything on that list is 2. Or 2 or 3 from memory. What we did with Jacus for summoning the steed, I think the wolf was what was the flavour of what was wanted, but fine steed was a horse or a deer, whatever. And so what we did was re-skinned it, so it had ice has got roughly the same stats as a warhorse, but looks like a wolf. Looks different enough to not be mistaken for a direwolf, so is lithe, like a riding Irish setter rather than the stocky wolf that would be CR2 or 3. So what you could do is reskin something to look like a something that's more Cholton, but be reptilian of some sort, but maybe not necessarily a wyvern. The wyvern's got the poison stinger and dragon type and so on. So that's my initial thought in any case, and what we've done is a precedent with Jacus, with sort of reskinning to fit the flavour for what you're wanting. Otherwise, the character needs to have something better, or then the sort of character needs to be sort of built around that. So you've not only picked a class that has a particular spell which everybody gets, but you might have picked a race that's specifically attuned to that type of creature from a country that's way inclined, and maybe even picked proficiencies that are that way inclined as well. And the example we've got there is Sharpie, where there's no, he's not a Beastmaster and he's not a paladin riding an owl or whatever, but we had developed the character in that way with that in mind from the very outset. That his cultural heritage is a bunch of owl riders, and that's actually what Ghostwise halflings do. If you look them up in the monster manual or whatever.
Yeah, I've read that. I'm just for thematics because my character's name is Aragon.
Yeah.
So if you've read the Aragon books, then you know what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah. So that can happen, and it can happen inside game, but not just a result of casting a spell. If it gives you any consolation, if that's the way you want your character to sort of lean towards, in our last campaign we had a 16th level ranger flying an adult silver dragon shooting sharpshooter shots with a longbow of whatever they called the elf oath bow. Just a deadly combination. Because it had sort of lent itself to that sort of thing, but not as a summoned creature that is entirely your control or whatever. So it might actually be a quest or something that's sort of built into the game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand that. I just thought I'd get your thoughts on it before I do.
Before getting excited.
At any rate, I've chosen a...
Before you commission...
No, I'm just like...
Before you commission the
just
art.
before I commit to it. Yeah, pretty much.
Before you jump into Hero Forge and get your character. All right.
Oh no, I've already done that.
Right, okay. So we're at 10:05, 5 past, and I'm halfway through my coffee already. We are at the turn order. You can see these creatures that made of air. So they've got basically cloud form. They're human-sized, but they're wearing armor. So somehow, almost as if armor has been animated with the with a creature made of cloud. They have. Let's see. I might even be able to share you a picture. But they have arms and legs that sort of drift off genie-like. And they are charging towards you at breakneck speed. I will be able to show you a picture. You'll see it come up in chat. There we go. So they've got one clenched fist, or what looks like a clenched fist made of smoke, and one long flail. Can you see the picture in the chat there? Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I'm rolling some initiative here on my behalf. And radio. And I'll add them in. Oh, we're out of music. That's no fun. Okay, sorting. Top of the pops. So we've got Ash, then Riddle, then these air creatures, then Neo, Sharpie, and Jackus. So, Ash Louise, what do you want to do?
Let me get my bearings. I will... it's a boring answer, but I will use my channel divinity and create an aura around myself.
This is the healing one, Twilight?
Yes.
Okay. And any bonus action or anything like that?
No. Well, how hostile do they look? They don't look.
Oh, they're charging with their flails spinning in circles above their head. They're wearing plate mail armor.
I will create another spiritual weapon in front of Riddle.
Okay.
Like attack the one that's like in front, coming towards Riddle. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So you can have it appear 30 feet away from you, which is the range for these creatures, but you can't ready an action.
Yeah, I will just
Ready
a bonus
a-
action cast it and attack.
Yeah, okay, alright. Do you want to just roll your to hit roll then?
Sure.
And then between now and your next turn, just grab that spiritual weapon token and drag it on. I think I've granted everyone access to all the spells now.
Let's see.
But just roll a hit for now. Spell attack, I think. Spell.
Oof. 11 to hit.
11 clangs off the solid plate mail armor that they're wearing. Riddle, you're up the front there. You're at point.
I think I will do something a little bit different from last time. And is there one closer than the other, or?
Pretty much flying in side by side. Goose and
Okay,
Iceman, whatever it is. Maverick.
not a problem.
One
Then-
of them is inverted.
I will cast Firebolt at whichever just managed to dodge that spiritual weapon.
Okay. Fireball.
Drag out the spiritual weapon. I can see the icon, but
Yeah, so
Wait, that's not right.
drag the title, not the picture.
okay.
Oh no, I just got.
I mean, it's still not working, but it could just be me being lagging. I don't
That's
know.
all right. I'll do it in a sec. Dragon Charm. Riddle, you roll an armor class 17, and it blangs into this plate mail armor and glances off the side.
Ouch.
Oh yeah. Jasper's just alerting me that Dragonbait's not in the turn. He's not forgettable. It's just.
Just-
Yeah. Okay, there we go. He is pretty short. It's about 4.5 feet. Okay, so now he's in there. Okay, so one of these creatures comes sailing in at you, Riddle,
Yep.
and thumps you with his flail. Armor class 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so it hits, doing 8 bludgeoning damage, but in addition, it does lightning surges down the flail and into you. Oh, 3, 3, 2, 1 on 4d8, so it does 9 electrical damage, lightning damage. And you need to save versus your...
So in turn.
Yeah, so what is it? Total of 19? No. Flail. Lightning strike. Did I say how much damage it did?
27?
Yeah, 27. And you need to do a Constitution saving throw.
+3,
Oof.
so that's 15.
Okay, due to the aura of Jacus, you're standing next to him, shoulder to shoulder, and he causes you to pass that save, just tipping you over the edge.
So how much damage was that?
In total, so the first one did 9, and this, so 17 damage in total.
Okay.
And
And you also
And
get
can I use
whoa,
my reaction?
Yep. So I think what Ash was saying is you should have had some. You'll get some hit points at the end of your turn, but it doesn't. What are you going to do with your reaction?
I'm just going to use Misty Escape to move out of direct
Oh, nice. Where are you going to go?
direct
with that?
line.
Okay.
I can teleport, turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space I can see.
Okay.
So I will
So that'll be within 30
jump
feet.
over there.
Okay, great. All right, so you blink out as a flinch. Jacuz, this thing swings past Riddle. Riddle blinks out, and it does a backswing onto you, hitting armor class
Okay.
24,
Yep. Yep, that hits.
doing 9 damage. Riddle, remember to add your temporary hit points at the end of your turn for the temporary.
Oh, yep.
And then he swings again. Hitting armor class 14 and
I
missing.
missed.
Okay, so then the other one comes in, and he comes sailing in and swings. Armor class 16,
Miss.
armor class 26.
Hit.
This one hits, doing 12 damage, and then a lightning comes surging down the chain. At some point, when Roll20 catches up, we're doing 20 damage. So that hit does 32, or 12 if you've already counted it. And he has one last attack. They're getting 3 attacks. Hitting armor class 15 and
Yes.
missing. Yep. So now they've both gone. Neo, you're standing off to the side watching this happen. What do you want to do?
I'm going to move up to this one and punch it in its face.
Okay. Roll to hit.
$19 to hit.
Oh,
It hits.
5 damage.
You're so proud of the 19. Second attack. You sounded
15 to hit.
You sounded sheepish. Clang! Bounces off the armor.
Well, I'm spending key point doing a flurry bows.
Okay. 2 more shots. Armor class 17 misses.
Reroll, please.
And a natural 1 with Sharpie says, hey, go for it. Second attack.
Which also misses.
Oh, second chance, yeah.
Just can't help some people.
I mean, I'm punching air for Christ's sake.
You are. all you've really got that's physical to hit
Fair.
is their armor. Sharpie, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm just going to aim and throw a psychic blade at the one in front of Jacuz.
Okay. Okay.
20 hits.
Armor class
Usually
20.
is.
Yep. Sneak attack.
29 psychic damage. Yep, that's done for me.
Okay. Jacuz. Wake up.
I'm gonna take a swing at this one in front of me.
Yes, okay. Shadow stave.
25 to hit.
Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna use one charge for Shadow Strike and another and trip attack.
Okay.
So that's 22 total damage. Oh, the first one. It has to do a DC 18.
Dexterity.
Strength.
Okay. He fails that.
Alright, so my second one will be at advantage.
Wood. Yep.
27 to hit.
27 hits.
And I'm gonna do a pushing attack plus one more Shadow Strike.
Okay.
24 damage.
24. Jacuz unloading.
And he's pushed back 15 feet.
Doof, doof, doof. There he goes. Back into the air.
And then Mace of Smiting on the last air elemental.
Okay.
15,
15 misses.
I guess misses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dragonback will come in.
Oh, yep, that's meant.
And he cracks it twice, doing some damage. Ash.
I will Sacred Flame the most injured looking air elemental, so he has to make a dex save.
It's the guy at the back, further away. And he fails.
Yes. Okay, and I will, using her radiant, the extra radiant damage from that Tasha's thing, she will
Yes.
do 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
Actually, does it more than that? I think 48 even at this level.
Yeah, I think you're in 3d8 already. Alright. Badly
I'll
injured
do
now.
another one. Because I think, hang on, for an extra 1 damage.
Oh.
23 radiant damage.
Okay. It's badly injured.
Bonus action, I will move my sword 20 feet to strike it again. See if I
Okay.
can finish it off.
Roll to hit with your bonus action.
Ooh, okay, that's not too bad. 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, 1d8 plus 4. Let's see. Ooh, 10 force damage.
Okay, the 10 doesn't quite finish it off. It's on death's door. Riddle. Invisible. In the back.
I think I'm visible again at the beginning. Is it the beginning or end of my turn? Either way, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast. I'd like 1 on the one that's almost dead, and 2 of the blasts on the healthier one.
Okay. Roll the one on the one that's almost dead. Ten's gonna miss, unfortunately, with a 2.
Yep.
Unless
And-
you still happen to be invisible from that point. We don't know unless you're certain that you're visible right now at the start of your turn. Otherwise, that would have advantage.
Once per short rest, you remain invisible until the start of your next turn.
Okay, so you've got 2 shots onto the one that's healthy.
Yep.
Let's have a look. A 9 is a miss. That's a natural 1.
You can re-roll it though.
Yeah, re-roll it. Well, that's a 23, so it hits. Doing 13 force damage, if I'm right there. Correct me, otherwise. And you got 1 more shot. Oh, the 13 misses.
I got 1.
Bonus action, Riddle? Or movement?
No.
Okay. I put a token on you for your invisibility, but if you know how to take that off, just go and do it. Oh no! Oh jeez. Okay. These air elemental myrmidons go. One comes sailing in and goes pounding in on you, Jackus. On death's door.
Brace.
Okay. You're gonna get a strike on it. Armor class 32 hits.
For 14 damage.
Oh, you kill it.
Hey.
Lucky. Oh, well done. Not lucky. The other one has a go from where it is. Smacks at you. Hitting armor class 11, missing. Tries again. Hitting armor class 9,
Miss.
missing. The last one. Hits armor class 18.
Yeah, miss also.
Okay. Alright. Lucky, but you can see that its flail is now fully charged. And they recharge on a 6. You know, like recharge 5 or 6 or recharge 6. They needed a 6 on a d6 and both of them recharged this turn. So that means that big zap that they were going to do, all they need to do is hit once out of their 3 attacks. But they've got old lettuce to hit you with, so Sharpie, your turn.
Alright, so one has gone down from
Yes.
Paladin's blows.
Yeah.
Sharpie just got to move around to there and stab at melee with the second
Oh.
blade.
You're off the cliff. I don't think you can reach it. It's hovering in the air.
In which case, I will continue to throw.
Okay. You can throw from there. $21 hits?
Did I miss my turn?
Don't know.
29, I think you did.
Ah. You'll have your time to shine in just a sec. We'll resolve this. Minus
29 damage, Shonda.
29. And Neo.
I'm going to smack it in the face.
Okay. He's right next to you. I'll have a Vic in a minute. 12.
18 to hit
The
on
18
the second
hits.
hit
The
attack.
18 hits the second shot.
9 damage.
Keyhole 9.
And I'm doing a flurry of blows.
Okay, 2 more shots. Yeah. 21 hits. And was that
5 damage.
Yeah. All adds up. Last shot, 19 hits as well.
Dealing 7 damage.
Okay. Still alive at the end of that, but Jacuz, it's your turn. We'll see how he goes this round.
Take my normal attacks, I think. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
12 damage on the first one. 21 to hit.
Hits.
Another 12 damage.
Still alive. Just
28 to hit.
hits.
14 damage.
Dead.
Oh, nice.
Okay. At the end of that round, can everyone do a Constitution saving throw? Okay. We've got
10 if I'm in aura of Jacuz, which I think I
Yeah,
am.
everyone would get +3.
Yeah, so everyone gets.
Nice.
So I think only I just can't see Ash there yet.
Yeah, probably.
Neo and Sharpie and Ash all take 17 damage from being struck by lightning.
Oof. Oh, okay, that's okay. I took 1 damage.
Yeah, because of your temp.
Everyone, yeah, everyone should have temp, and then after 1 round, refresh temp.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you going to do now? It's still raining lightning.
I vote we move.
Yeah, we should move quickly.
Yeah, start running.
Okay. I'll just grab everyone, if I can, maybe. Four, 5, 6. Okay, so you get to there, and by that time there's more lightning coming down. Can you do another save?
Dex this time?
Let me just check. Was it Dex the first time?
Yes, it certainly was.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Dex.
Yep.
Yep, you're dodging to one side. How'd you go? Roll 20's grinding to a halt here. Okay, so we've got Jackus on a 6, Dragon Charm 10, and Ash on 11. So 1, 2, 3 of you would take 17 damage from the lightning.
Oh, sorry, I didn't make a dex save.
Oh, that was
so
your,
laggy.
that was last round's dex save, wasn't it? Okay.
Now, does this count as a spell or no?
No. So Dragon Charm and Jackus. 17.
Ooh. 17 without a Japanese aura.
Okay. Now, are you still concentrating on this Twilight aura?
Doesn't require concentration.
It doesn't.
It just stays out. Yeah, it just stays out for a minute.
So I think rather than keep on rolling saves and damage and saves and damage and so on, if everyone sort of turtles up next to you, with Jackus's plus from his aura and your aura of healing, what happens is by the end, you get to the end of this blasted region, but just without any temporary hit points.
Divine intervention.
Yeah. So it sort of saves you from the from just dying on the journey across the rift.
Yeah, makes sense.
And at the end of that, you find yourself in the what looks like the courtyard of a castle. There's a bit of an outline of a battered fortress piercing through the fog and the whipping winds. In front of the main structure, there's a shattered stone wall. It looks like a lot of the castle might be underground, as if there's been either debris piled on top of it, or somehow the structure's sunken. But it's solid rock everywhere. So, yeah, certainly an odd thing to be, odd way for it to be sort of sunken into the ground.
Looking around this courtyard,
Yep.
I'd like to see if any colour has been drained from anything.
It looks barren, but it's currently got, it's full colour. Looking sort of left and right, up and down the saddle and along the path where you would continue down into Samarak, there might be patches of what might be clouds above, but there are clouds above everywhere. So it looks like there's areas of Shadowfell and areas of normal Bakamura here and there, or as normal as that could be. There's a few ruined buildings in the area. One of them appears not to have been totally collapsed. You hear this voice call out, "Ahoy! Ahoy!" It's in a heavily accented common.
Who's there?
And through the doorway, this halfling's head pokes out.
Hey, finally, real people.
Yeah. And he says, "What are you doing up here?" He's calling through the wind. Maybe 100 feet or so away from you. Looks like he's taking shelter in the standing structure. It looks like a guardhouse of some sort. small single-story stone building.
This one's for you, Ash.
You got the speaking stick.
Are you all right there? We are traveling to find information about scholars to translate something. Can we offer you first aid or any assistance?
If you have any food, we're very low. We've been here for some time. We haven't been able to strike out into and get away from here, but we've been hiding out, and we have had some. We have had some food and obviously water raining that we've been able to collect, but since this storm came.
You say we?
Yes, I have companions below.
How many are you?
He seems quite excited to see you. There's two others of us down, researchers we are. You're the first I've seen in over a year.
Good gods.
Wait, they've been here for a year without food.
Well, we are very resourceful,
They must have-
resourceful halflings. He says, I've been watching, and you're looking very, very capable, but why would you come here? Are you responsible for those mists starting to disperse below? And he points down into the Buckamora.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Okay. He says, well, my name's Shamar, and ask your names. I presume you tell him.
Yep.
Well, you're here seeking information and knowledge, you say. This is not a lie.
Yes, Jacuz, would you mind showing them the rubbing?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Could you show them the rubbing?
Oh, alright. I'll take it out of my pack and show them the rubbing.
Oh. This certainly looks Nimbralese.
Do you know what this means?
It looks like markers of some sort, as if it's depicting a location. But it's not physical, it's logical. So there's some sort of maze, and in spatial reference to one another, and he sounds very scientific, as if he sort of, flips into science talk. Yeah, so it looks like some sort of a map.
Where does this lead to?
Well, I don't know what it's a map of, though. That's the thing. It doesn't actually say that.
Are we missing some information? Do you think we could? Is there just missing info?
Oh, I'm not sure. It looks like a complete rubbing. I guess you could go to the site and investigate further where this rubbing was taken. Or you could consult my companions below. They're in the laboratory. Votaran.
What have you been studying?
Well, this place is an outpost, a mountain border, but also a meeting ground for artisans, nations, representatives from Latan, Nimbrel, Choltons from Mezro, all came here to share and meet at this border. But since the spell plague, magical backlash has reacted with the Nimbralese experiments, creating some sort of we have researched and suspect dimensional or planar rifts around the lower areas of the fortress below. Myself and my friends and the remaining workers, I guess, that preceded us looked at ways of sealing these rifts. Diro, my partner, decided to experiment with them. Fool that he is. Disappeared
So, wait, what was he experimenting with? Discs?
with these rifts, with these dimensional rifts. We're all working to close them, and I think he thought of trying to tap into them. And he went below. He re-emerged, crazed, wielding strange elemental powers. I think maybe it wasn't him, maybe he was possessed. He called himself Taharako and went crazy, killing all of the inhabitants. I fled, of course. I fled, and myself and my couple of surviving companions hid, and he went below. But where he walked, corruption spread. And he's gone underneath the fortress. I think as rain falls down from the watershed and flows, I think perhaps this Taharako has tapped into something he shouldn't have and is leaking corruption, flowing down into Chult and into God knows where, that volcanic region that used to be Samarak.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Well, if he did create some kind of interplanar breach, that would explain some things. This was a year ago, you say?
Oh no, weeks ago.
Okay, so just out of game, how long ago was the druid corrupted? Probably much longer than that.
No, probably much the same.
Oh, okay. So there is a pattern.
Yeah, the druid's corruption sort of roughly matches the timing of this Diro starting to call himself Taharako. He called himself the Living Tempest.
Well, it looks like we may have to stop another powerful elemental.
I've been split off from my party though. They're further down and they've locked themselves in. There's a puzzle, but he changes it every few days in case others come. But I could take you there.
So what was that last part?
He's just saying he could take you there to the entrance that goes below, but he can't actually get to his companions.
Yes, do take us there, but then stay safe. We can maybe evacuate you and whoever else we find down there out the way we came, perhaps? I say to the group, just so you know.
Thank you for your rescue. And
Yeah, that's a good plan.
If you can rescue my two companions, all the better. And poor Diro, who seems to have succumbed to some other entity. And he says, come.
We will do our best.
He shows you through the rubble, and there's lots of tumbled, the upper portions of tower and stuff like that. And he leads you to just a fairly small crack between some tumbled rocks, and it says this leads to the what would have been a staircase from one of the towers that's collapsed. But if we can squeeze through here, the staircase below is intact and we can descend further.
Shall we have battle formations or discuss a plan? Does anyone have anything that can help?
All I got is fists and speed. You got, yeah.
Maybe I could cast an aid spell on 3 of us.
Oh, there's a tavern under here.
That's just their quarters jukebox.
Yeah.
Music machine.
Okay, we're back to Achilles.
What spells, any spells or knowledge you have? I know you're out of time, you're out of your own time, and this is a lot to process.
Depends on what exactly you want to do. I mostly rely on staying out of trouble.
You may have come to the wrong place.
I'm beginning to figure that out.
Is anyone injured?
I'm a little bit, I guess. I can use some healing. Healer's kit.
I could also use some healing as well.
Okay, I shall heal, let me see, 21 to Jakus,
Yes.
and 23 to our monk.
What's the blue dot on medium?
What's that?
There's a blue dot on me. I'm just asking what that means.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the blue dot is either.
Get rid of it. It's probably from last session.
Okay.
Should the casters stay at the back, perhaps, or does anyone need dark vision, or are we all good? I think all of us have dark vision at this point.
Just so that I'm clear, Neo, is your 120 is your devil sight?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, and otherwise, is it just like regular human sight?
I don't know. It doesn't. I believe so.
If you didn't have devil sight, you would just have regular human sight.
Yeah, I would have regular human vision. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
But I can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical.
Yep.
So yeah, if it's dark down here, I'm good. If not, someone has a light source.
Yep, that's okay. Well, Dragonbait's got one in any case, but I'm just turning everyone back into their regular because now there's not mist everywhere, blocking vision for 30 feet. But in any case, do your healing. Has everyone done whatever healing they want to do?
Are we having a short rest or just healing?
I mean,
Just healing.
Yeah. Just healing.
And Ash, your dark vision is 350, is that right?
300 feet.
300. Okay. In which case, you proceed. you can proceed on. You look like you're inside a castle, but it's been completely smothered in rock, or as if lava or earth has shaped around it. Some of the walls are completely collapsed and have been consumed by this rock that's formed around it, or grown like a cocoon. The winding tunnels lead to a 20-foot wide chamber, a square chamber. And though the air appears well travelled, the room itself is mostly bare. There's a large gold-framed mirror against the north wall with a gold plaque hanging beneath it. There's even a lit, so probably tended, brazier sitting in the centre of the chamber, and its firelight is casting shadows of your group around the room.
Can Sharpie read the plaque from here, where he is?
No, you'd have to go up to at least sort of 10 feet away. But it's not tiny. You're not like reading a tag on a t-shirt.
All right. Well, Sharpie is going to go in to just read it.
Okay. Just close enough to read it. Yep. So you're not really in melee reach or anything like that. It's like the plaque that you'd see under a painting in an art gallery, something like that. It says, "Light and shadow are mirrors of each other. Find those without their dark companion and present them to me, for only then shall you be granted passage."
Find those without their dark companion.
I'll paste that into the chat so people can see and consider. What do you want to do?
We just checked that everyone's casting a shadow in the party currently.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, Dragonbait and Riddle are not.
Riddle?
Riddle?
You're not casting a shadow. Is there anything you want to tell us about that?
I'm just as clueless as you guys are.
Can Sharpie do some sort of arcana roll?
Yeah.
That is a 17.
Okay. You're the one that notices, but two of them don't cast shadows. It looks like some sort of divination made manifest.
I do not understand.
No, so it's telling something about the characters. And then there's this large gold mirror in the middle of the room under the plaque.
I might try and stand in front of the mirror.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you're the one. Give it a shot.
Yep. So you have a look at yourself in the mirror, Riddle, and
Yeah.
your reflection is casting a shadow perfectly fine. And when you look down at your feet, there's no shadow stretching out.
Huh.
What about both the non-shadowed being reflected and only them?
Yep. Call over Dragonbait, and he'll come over, stand with you, try and sort of smile for his selfie. He's also casting a shadow in the mirror image.
What about someone with a shadow standing in front of the mirror?
I was just about to ask that as well.
Neo, you go and stand there too. Well, there's always someone around in the room. In the mirror, it's sort of reflecting the whole room apart from either side of it. And Neo, you are not casting a shadow in the mirror reflection.
Okay, this is weird magic.
Try touching the mirror. Riddle.
It feels solid and real. Doesn't move.
I will touch the mirror.
Yep, same for you too.
There's other rooms here, isn't there?
You've explored the area, and it's a pretty much this is where Shamar says this is where my friends set their not traps but puzzles to try and get through to the lab.
Looking in the mirror, is there anything other than us different in the mirror? Like, I know our shadows don't necessarily match.
No, that looks to you pretty much like it's as you would expect. Shamar says it's from what I know of my friends, it will be something in the wording and to do with this mirror. Light and shadow are mirrors of each other. Find those without their dark companion and present them to me.
Yeah, so why is it not just the do the normal shadowed people not reflect shadows in the mirror? So maybe it's us.
You can try that.
It's either one group or the other, surely. I will try and organize us so that only the normal shadowed people stand in the mirror.
So normal shadow people, so if I put Riddle off to the side or in a different room or something, and Dragon Bait off somewhere. Oh yeah, Riddle. Dragon Bait's going to come with you. And then there's the mirror there. And so what, Neo, you're already in front of it. What are the rest of you going to do? Sharpie, you can now see yourself.
Jacobs, move in here.
I'm gonna stand next to the mirror.
Yep.
Ash, you gotta move yourself in here too.
Can someone move me?
Okay, when Ash moves in front of the mirror glows magically for a period, and then a door reveals, and you see it in the reflection behind you. So looking in the mirror, there's a door behind you. And it reveals where it is. I'll draw that in.
Sharp, you'll walk there and try to open it.
Okay, you open it up. And it goes into a large, a short section of passage, and then a large area cluttered with tables, shelves, desks, all different shapes and sizes. You're clearly in some sort of like mad scientist's experimentation room. There's notes scrawled on collections of books, parchment, alchemical stuff on crafting tools, and there's a human and a dwarf and they say, oh, and then they see Shamar and say, Shamar, oh, you haven't died. Thank the gods. They're a little bit startled, but Shamar comes in and introduces you to his associates. This is Atello, and this is Nanette.
Alright, up round.
Okay. They say they don't give you much more information than what Shamar could, but they do say that they've been trapped here for a few years.
What have you been eating all this time?
Oh, we can magically create things. We've got some spell, well, not spell casting. We craft it. We artifice it. It's not very palatable, but it can keep us alive and continue. We've endeavoured to try and find a way out of here, or find what's going on. These chaotic planar shifts cause time to pass differently while within this region. So we expect that either we've been here for a lot longer compared to your time, or maybe even the opposite. There's people who've gone to the Feywild or the Shadowfell and come back years later and only been gone in the blink of an eye, or vice versa. But we are definitely trapped here. This is, well, we don't know, but it's some sort of subplane. We are not on Faerun anymore, and we are surrounded by other subplanes if you look from the saddle to all directions.
What do you mean we're not on Faerun anymore?
Well, this is not Faerun.
Then what is this place?
Some sort of prison plane, we believe. And from that, if someone's got religion or history or arcana as proficiency, they can have a roll.
I'll give it a try. Ooh, a 9.
If you've got proficiency in any one of those, you can have a go. 9 for.
I only have religion.
Yep.
So what was the other option?
History, religion, arcana.
Sharpie will do Arcana.
Okay.
25.
Whee! Okay. All right. From what he's saying about prison planes, you have heard of the domains of dread. Basically, areas, prison planes for Dark Lords of Ravenloft.
Alright, what do you recognise the name Barovia?
Yeah, the sort of vampire land.
Right, well, we already had a sign that said we could go there, let's not.
Yeah, and Bluetspur is a like a mind sucker. The Dark Lord is some sort of brain mind flayer thing. Just like I think.
Oh, we did have.
So you're effectively in some sort of with the researcher sages nutting heads together with you guys. You're in some sort of domain of dread. Possibly the entire Bakamora is.
Would there be anyone who knows more about these prison planes than what you guys would?
Well, we can't get out. there might be, but it's only us three here alive. We don't fancy going south into Bluetspur. And Valaki and Barovia don't sound that appealing.
Bakamora is not too bad now that we've taken care of that elemental.
Yes, true, but if the corruption is seeping from Taharako's joining with this rift, then maybe the leak will continue and something else will be corrupted. A druid, a chief. Taharako is below.
Sounds like we need to take care of this before we can do what we came here for.
Yeah, if we don't take care of it, we're probably not going to get out of here.
So to take care of it, we might need to find someone who knows a bit more about these realms than what we all do. Because I've never encountered this before.
Well, I mean, some of us have faced Orville. I think it's just, another elemental.
Yep.
I think we have a chance.
Another day of work. We can take you to where he fled.
He doesn't come back up and bother you?
We've been secreting ourselves away with our magical locks, which you managed to get past, by the way. Very good.
Then take us down.
We leave clues that we know Taharako can't read the language. They're in a language that only Shamar reads. The clue was for you, Shamar. What happened? Anyway, they have their little reunion. We can show you the direction if you're willing to investigate below.
Lead the way, but do protect yourselves. Run behind us if you have to.
Nanette reaches into his sack and says, well, if you're going to do this, you need to be fully as prepared as possible. And he pulls out a set of small metal bracelets. Oh, Nanette. And she hands one to each of you and says, Taharako is a living tempest. Self-proclaimed, but I believe to be so. These bracelets react with storm energy, one of my inventions. And they should allow you to move within a tempest without being flung away. Grounded, if you like.
Oh. Well, this should help with all the lightning strikes we've encountered.
Yes, I'm not sure if it gives you immunity to lightning, but at least grounding for when we saw Taharako killing others, he did it by just being next to them.
Do these bracelets have a name?
I haven't thought of one yet, but if you come up with something, I will patent it and give you credit. So you can tell with their researching that they've had a long time to spend. And so he stands, Nana buckles up her sack and says, let us go. And with that,
I will cast Death Ward on myself.
okay.
Has it been 8 hours since I've cast Mage Armor? I should be still good on that.
Oh, you still good on that. No problem.
Good. Fantastic.
Pre-prepared for tavern music.
No tavern music. That's a good sign.
Okay. You should see this resolving now.
Yep, looks good.
Okay. So I've got dynamic lighting on here, so the walls and all that sort of palaver should block you off. So you just see, as you see, straight lines here and there. Let me just give you a bit of a... Whoop, there we go. Beyond the door, there's a small platform, a large open area. You're led down a long, twisting natural chamber. It leads into what looks like some sort of hollowed out, huge area. It might have been the central internal of a keep that's had all of it, probably 3 or 4 floors, and completely collapsed. Within, the area is filled with powerful winds carrying swirling mists and crackling with small trails of lightning. And this whirlwind seems to extend into both high and low and out to the edges of the building. But I've drawn. You can see on the map there the little whirlwind, or you might be able to hear it in the distance if you can't see it. Jackless, you're up the front.
Yep.
You can see the shape of the cavern. It's natural earth, stone. There's a little bit of water on the ground and a few pillars that reach from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, 100 feet above. You start to spread out.
I'm going to summon my rapier, my Pax weapon.
Oh, okay. You haven't seen this yet, but so Riddle sort of thinks for a moment, and then this magnificent rapier appears in her hand.
Now that's a neat trick.
It comes in handy.
Hey,
I can see everyone filtering out. Yes?
On the edge of this drop-off here that I'm at,
Yep.
what's the wind situation like?
There's it's a strong wind whipping around a central point in the middle of the room. So from where you are, it's cutting across from west to east. You seem to be able to walk okay in it.
How far down is this drop-off?
Oh, that's not a drop off. That's a rise about 10 foot high with stairs.
Oh,
leading
it's
up
a
to it. So
rise.
it's more like a platform.
Right.
Platform in the middle of the chamber, maybe 20, 30 feet across.
Yeah, curious about this wind. I'm going to climb the stairs on the western side where I currently am.
Okay.
I want to peek over the ridge basically before I expose my full self to this. I'm guessing winds underground like this are not normal.
No.
So I'm just peeping over the top, just like cautiously, to see what it is.
Okay. Yep. So you can see that there's an angry little whirlwind about 15 feet, maybe 20 feet across, whipping around. So because the wind inside this chamber is spinning, like a whirlpool, it gets faster closer to the centre that you go. But you're able to stand without being blown over or anything. Ash, Riddle, anything you want to do? I see Sharpie's ducked down a side passage. Jackus is over by the water at the base of the stairs.
I will take position towards the center.
Okay. If you use your arrow keys, it's a lot easier to move around once you highlight yourself. It doesn't use up as much bandwidth, or if you've got a dodgy internet. Okay, just stop there for a minute, Jackus. Neo steps onto the platform. Whoa, Riddle, come back, Sharpie, come back. Hey.
Nobody move!
Yeah.
I dropped my brain.
Yeah. Steps onto the circle, and as he does, there's a rumble from beneath the ground. And there's this huge explosion as all of the earth from below just goes flying up into the air.
Whoa.
The entire mound is gone. Neo, how far can you fall without taking any damage, or do you just roll a certain
65 feet.
Okay, so if you fall 65 feet, do you take nothing, or how does that work?
I can fall a maximum of 65 feet, and then after that I take damage.
Okay.
As per normal falling damage rules.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, and while this happens, this little whirlwind sort of thing picks up in speed and starts whipping around like super fast, like there's a cyclone in the middle of a cyclone just emerged from underground. And within that cyclone, there is a human form with arms, legs, clothing, but within that, it looks like pure electricity and black storm clouds. And with that, I'll get rid of the anxiety music. And I'll clear the initiative order. Remove, clear. Okay, can add yourselves in. We got Jackus 15, Neo 11, Riddle 18, Taharako the Tempest.
Don't forget Dragonbait.
Ah, Dragonbait, yes. Dragonbait? I can't actually see him in there. Where are you? There he is. Come on, Dragonbait. Hurry up. Right.
Actually, can I use the bathroom before we get right into it?
Sorry? Okay. 1, 2. Have we got everyone? Riddle, Neo, Jacuz, Ash. Missing Sharpie. We don't want rain. We want battle. Okay. I think we're all in there. Ah! Cancel. Almost.
Just missing a Sharpie.
You must have cleared it a second time.
There you are, Sharpie. Okay, so Tarako is going on 20.
Oh no.
Are you still prone, Neo, when you land from a fall?
No. I think I land on my feet. Let's see. Beginning at 4th level, you can use your reaction to fall to reduce any falling damage. No, it doesn't say anything about being prone or stuff. So
I'll treat it as
that's all up to you.
I'll treat it as give you the benefit of the doubt for now. We're in an epic boss fight, and you've taken no damage from the fall, so it's not unreasonable. We can look it up later. Taharako goes. Let's see. He's going to... Okay, he reaches both hands up above his head, and then slams them into the ground, causing a thunder nova. Everybody within 30 feet of him, and I think, Sharpie, that might unfortunately include you. Where's my medic?
This is an ability, not a spell, isn't it?
Yeah, it's no spell. Yeah, it's going to include Sharpie and not Dragon Bait, I think. Yep. Yeah. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PCs all need to do a saving throw versus dexterity, please. Jacuz, there's no one near you, unfortunately. Dexterity save.
Oof.
That's 14.
Dragon Charm 12, Neo 14, Jacuz 6. Sharpie, I think you're going to pass. What did you get? A 17.
Be a 20.
It'd be a 20? Okay. In that case, with a 20, you're going to pass. Oh, that was initiative. Where are you? Dex. Oh, yeah.
At 11. Do I get...
Okay, so everyone, it's a DC 18 Dex save. Those who fail rolling dice now. Take 35 damage. Oh no, 33. I didn't read that right. Everyone who passes, that's Sharpie, takes... Oh, I think you take none, Sharpie, because of evasion.
Yep, that's right.
If I'm right. Okay. So you somehow dodge around the
What
corner.
kind of damage?
Thunder.
And half damage for evasion there, DM?
Yeah, if it's half for a dexterity save, which is what it is.
16 or 17?
16.
16.
Yep. And that's his turn. Riddle, you're on top of the pops.
I think I will. He's on the flat now, isn't he? Use my movement to get up to him.
No, he's 20 feet off the ground.
Okay, won't do that then. I shall. When in doubt, use my Eldritch Blast, all 3 at him.
Okay. Where you go? What have you got? You got a 13? That's going to miss.
What's happening?
Second one. Natural 1. 1, 2, 3, 40.
Out of range.
Sharpie, you're 45 feet away. Yep. So the second one misses. Riddle, try your third.
Oh, I'm not having the luck tonight.
Yeah, they really are.
You should probably leave his storm area as well.
So that's 27 to hit with 13 damage.
Yes.
And
what sort of damage is it?
force.
Force. Okay, so the force hits and the force does damage. 13. Minus 13. Done.
And I'll pop out of his range. Or the.
Okay. Let's see, what is his range? Okay, you're going to take a free strike when you move out. It looks like his reach is, you're within his reach as he goes.
What?
He'll spend a reaction to try and give you a backhander. Hitting armor class 20.
Yep.
That does 31 damage.
Oh,
But it doesn't slam you across the room into the wall.
that's good. I'm almost dead.
Okay.
But you can take heart knowing that it's used a reaction on you so I can escape safely.
Yeah,
Thanks.
everyone else.
You're the best,
You're
Riddle.
very welcome.
You're free to go. So Riddle, that's your turn.
What would you do without me?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're the
Take
tank.
31 damage by the looks of it.
You're the tank.
I didn't agree to this.
And when you finish your turn, with his other hand, he rises up and smashes Neo with a natural 20.
Oh god.
I'm crying a little bit right now.
With a
Okay.
with a legendary action. The natural 20 does 51 damage. Sharpie.
Alright, so I can go and see if it works.
Okay, roll to hit.
I'm not even going to roll for that one.
Oh,
Throw
no.
the offhand.
Okay.
Uh, 26 should hit.
Armor class 26 hits with the offhand.
28 psychic damage.
Okay, 28 psychic damage affects him. Takes full damage from that.
And then I'm just going to duck back around here.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Okay. When you do that, you finish your turn. He flies to hover 20 feet above Ash and Neo. Ash, what do you want to do? He's 20 feet above you though.
I will take as an action, I will cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Everyone gets 28 hit points back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Done, Ash? Bonus action?
That's pretty much it. I mean, I can't really,
Yep.
yeah.
You can move 6 squares if you want.
Okay, what was his attack range? 15 feet?
You think 10.
Oh, okay. In which case, I will just scoot up to Jacuz, but staying within 10 feet.
Okay.
Give me your aura!
So, Jacuz, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, bonus action, I will cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay. Hunter's Mark lands. There's no save for that, right?
And then I take out both weapons and I go underneath him. Can I attack him from where I am?
You can't reach him.
Even if I jump?
What's your standing jump height?
Well, my strength score is 20, so...
I've got no idea.
I'm checking right now.
Okay.
Standing jump... 3 plus your strength modifier.
I was gonna use Channel Divinity, but if I had to heal everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically 4 feet.
4.
Yeah. Standing jump.
Yeah, so you're not going to get 20 feet off the ground.
Alright. From my action, can I just turn on the Frost Fury?
Yes, okay, yep. So activate your weapons and both the staff and the mace get covered in frost.
Alright.
Okay.
Yep, that's,
Done?
yep, that's done.
Neo, you're on your feet. Healed back up to half. What do you want to do?
Yeah. I'm going to do a searing sunburst at his face.
Okay. What's all that about?
Constitution saving throw, radiant damage, fireball, basically.
Okay, so a fireball goes off. Roll your damage.
Maxed out damage, 3 key points. 29 damage on a failure.
Okay. What did he roll? 6. So 20. What did you say? 29?
Yep, 29 damage.
Okay. He fails it. Chooses not to use a legendary resistance. And takes the full 29. Is that your turn, Neo?
Yes, I'm going to stay put under him
Okay.
and look up.
Alright. Neo to... Neo
Oh,
Dragon.
actually, my bonus action, sorry. because that was just my action. Bonus action, I'm going to take the dodge action using patient defense.
Okay. All right. Dragonbait rushes over to you, Riddle. How damaged do you look? Pretty bad?
Pretty bad.
Yeah, okay.
I've got 39 of 94.
Yeah, he'll lay on hands. I think it's 5 points per level. He'll give you 30 hit points back.
Thank you. Much better.
And I can't even see him in the turn order. Where is he? He was on 20, so he should be going now. I'll have to add him back in. He goes just before you, Riddle, on 20.
Yeah.
Okay, he goes. He comes down to within 10 feet away from you, Jackus. Probably now within jumping distance, but not in full range. And he attacks you once. Hitting armor class 22.
Yep, that will do.
Doing 34 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. He smashes you a second time. Oh, natural one! Sharpie?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's him. Let me just check. Yeah, 2 slam attacks. And then can you Cyclone or Thunder Nova? No, just check if he recharges.
Right.
He doesn't recharge. So, Cyclone. When he hits with a slam, it can summon a violent twister around the target. So that's second attack. Where is it? 34. The target must succeed. Okay, Dix, can you do a strength saving throw, Jackus?
Okay. 22.
22. So what happens is he hits you, and then this little mini typhoon wraps around you, and looks like you're going to be picked up and sucked up off the ground, but you are not, and you manage to stay down. Riddle.
Neo. You're just missing height to be able to hit him, aren't you?
Yes.
All right. I am going to use my movement then.
Yep.
Actually, no. I don't think I need my movement. I am going to cast Levitate on Neo.
Okay. And so he can. You can. I think you can do in 20 feet around.
Goes up 20 feet. Yep.
Okay.
Which I believe puts him up there
He's toe
within.
He's toe to toe with the tempest.
Yeah. And as my bonus action, I am going to Misty Step. I think. It's not working for me. Over here.
Okay.
And that's me for now.
All right. Sharpie. Neo, you're now lifted.
Alright. So Sharpie likes where he is, so he is going to aim and Psychic Blade the Tempest again.
Okay. Roll to hit. $22 hits.
Just 27 damage.
Oof. Okay. Is that all for you?
That's it for me.
Okay. When you do, he looks at the ground, and Jacques, he summons a bolt of lightning and throws it at you.
Oh boy.
Can you and Ash do a DC 16 dexterity saving throw? It explodes in a 5-foot radius from that point.
A spell.
Jacques fails and takes 13 damage. Ash Louise, you get +3 from Jacques.
Above 20.
Okay, so you're going to take 7. Oh no, you're going to take 6. Okay. So Sharpie, that's the end of your turn. Ash Louise.
And now, as an action, I will create my aura, 30-foot aura.
Okay. So now everyone's going to start healing at the end of their turn. Jacques.
Bonus actions, spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah, spiritual weapon. Okay.
Oh no. 11 to hit.
Misses, unfortunately. Jacques.
Alright, so I did the con saves for my hits. I think the 25 and the 10 should be enough to keep my concentration for Hunter's Mark.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna be spending my movement just jumping, trying to hit Taherako.
Yep. Okay. You won't get your second attack. You can jump once, and I'll give you. But you can use your offhand as well, so you can use your 2 attacks with the leap.
Okay. That would miss.
Yeah.
I
Natural
think.
1. Yeah, natural 1.
You should. Oh, actually, no, you're not in range.
But your offhand, Mace.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
And then I'm gonna do a menacing attack and divine smite
Okay. What level?
level 2.
Okay. It's not a fiend.
DC 18 wisdom save.
Okay. Wisdom. He passes.
Okay.
He chooses to pass.
Alright. Then that's my turn, I
So-
guess.
Just how much damage?
37.
Oof. Okay. And then Neo, you're up there.
I'm going to punch him in the face. Now that I'm floating right by his face.
2 attacks with your regular action.
A 14 to hit.
14 is going to miss.
$26 to hit,
26 hits.
doing 8 damage. Bonus action, I'm going to Burning Hands him.
Okay. He does a saving throw.
Yep, DC 17.
Okay, passes. How much damage?
Total rolled was 25.
Whoops. almost did the damage on you.
Half on a successful one.
Yep. Okay, he's cooking. He's starting to look injured. You can see the health bar, can you?
Sort of.
Yeah, it's a bit confused.
Take that 16 HP, Neo.
Dragonbait is a bit lost for something to do. He will pull out a hand axe and throw it. Rolls a natural 1 and rolls a 4. So he tries to throw stuff, but with this thing being out of his range, not much he can do. And he will try and get ready to do the running jump. Dracos, if you still have the jump up there somewhere, if you can tell me what the running jump height is.
It's 3 plus the modifier, strength 1.
For a running jump?
Yeah, and then half that for a standing jump.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. So then Taharako goes. He goes down, lowering within 10 feet of... Oh no, Neo, you're right there. Hey.
I'm right in front of him.
Yeah.
I've just punched him in the face and plastered him with fire.
Well, he just rolled a 14 and missed you. You sort of punched him in the nose, and he must have been smarting from that. And this time he rolls and hits an armor class 20.
20 hits. Just. Like,
That one did
by
27 damage.
okay.
And he goes up 10 more feet. Still within range of you, Neo. Just sort of on top of you, if you know what I mean. Riddle.
Yep. I'm going to use my movement to pop out from my little hidey hole.
Okay.
Wrong way. Hang on.
Okay. So
I want to elevate Neo up again to match
okay. Yep.
the Tempest.
Yep.
It doesn't say anything about that being an action versus a bonus action.
Levitate. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah.
Levitate.
It just says I can do it on my turn. As part of my... Oh no, that's if it's me.
One creature loose the spell can levitate. Target weighs it only until it gets a Constitution saving throw. Target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object. You can change the target's altitude by 20 feet in another direction on your turn. If you have a target, you can move. Okay, so I'm casting that moving him up and down as just being implicit with your concentration. That's the nature of concentrating, is you can slide him up and down. So no problem there. You still got all your actions.
Not a problem. Well, then I will use my Eldritch Blast. It's...
if you were the target, you can move up or down as part of your move. Otherwise, you can use your action to move the target. So you can either move Neo up as your action and still have a bonus action, or otherwise you spend your action to move Neo. Note that
I think I'll just move him up as my action then, because he's doing more damage than I possibly could.
Yeah, okay. Although Neo is within melee range of Taharako already. He's just directly underneath him.
Alright then, he can stay where he is then, and I'll go for my Eldritch Blast.
Okay, alright. 3 attacks.
If he's within range.
He is within range. He was more moving out of jumping range of all the crazies.
Okay. As opposed to the floating crazy.
Yeah. How'd you go? Roll to hit. Armor class 12 is a miss. Armor class 15 is a miss.
Oh my god.
You are getting higher.
Anything?
Armor class 16 is a hiss. Hit. I said hiss then. I was used to saying hiss. is a hit. Damage 4.
Roll what? 4.
Oh man, you need Eldritch Spear or whatever it is that gives the +4 damage. Or is it
Yep.
giving you a plus? Okay.
Agonizing blast.
She's got it.
Okay, so you that's Riddle, unless you want to do some movement. Otherwise, Sharpie, we're up to you. You're hiding around the corner. You have to move back if you want to see him.
I can see him from where I am.
Oh, you're
But
right.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here.
Yep.
How high in the air is this guy?
25 feet now.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to cast Levitate on Jakus using my staff
Ah,
and send him up 20 feet.
you are the wind beneath the
Gives a thumbs up to Riddle.
You raise me up. Okay. All right. Very good. So you point your staff at Jakus and lift him up, Saruman style.
Thanks, Sharpie.
Ash Louise.
Ooh. So the boys are still within 20 feet of me, right? So they still have
They are, yeah.
my aura.
Yep.
I will, first of all, bonus action, bring my sword up to slash away at him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh, jeez. 14 to hit.
That's a miss. A 15 miss and a 16
As
hit.
an
Dragon Charm, the armor
Does
class
it hit?
finder. 14 missed, and what's the second one? Can't see it yet. Here it comes.
my action will be to Sacred Flame him. That's the best I can do.
Okay. Sacred Flame is a saving throw, which he fails.
Lovely.
Roll your damage.
Ooh. 22 radiant
Oh,
damage.
geez.
You'll feel that.
Alright.
That'll do it.
That hurt. And that's your turn. At the end of your turn, he smashes you, Neo. In anger at that radiant damage. Hitting armor class 20,
That'll do it.
doing 26 damage.
Oof. Oh, okay.
Yeah, still floating monk.
Okay. Jackals.
And then at the end of my turn, yeah.
Oh yeah, get your temp. Go Jackals.
Alright, since I'm already within melee range, I'm gonna attack him with Shadow Stave.
Okay, roll to hit.
First attack, 29.
29.
I'm gonna do a level 1 Divine Smite and 2 charges from the staff.
Okay.
So that's 30 damage in the first one.
Uh-oh.
Second one is a 24 to hit.
That hits as well.
I'm gonna use my last level 1 Divine Smite and another 2 charges from the Shadow Staff, plus Menacing Attack.
Okay.
43 damage. And then, DC 18, Wisdom save.
He chooses to pass it.
Okay. And then
Offhand?
bonus action, the Mace of Smiting.
Okay.
Yep. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
I have level 2 Divine Smite.
Oh, okay.
39 damage.
Okay, you hit him, and the breastplate that he's wearing and his helmet sort of drops through the storm and clatters on the ground, and the wind dies down almost instantly to a slow breeze, and is gone by the end by moments later.
Yes.
And I can cut off my werewolf lover. As you have defeated the Living Storm. Yes. Okay. Let's see. As you do that, as the storm sort of subsides, you can tell that the bracelets lose their power. It was something that they had charges rather than like a permanent item of some sort. And you feel a weight lifted off your shoulders somehow, like something that's been hanging over your head, or something that you had not done, some task unfinished that's been playing on you. The feeling of not having shirked a job that you should have done. You might not have even realised it, but yeah, it's definitely lifted off your psyche. Eltab, Nenette, and Shamar all gather around. Hooray! Hooray! Well done! Quick, let us see. Let us see if what we thought is true. And they sort of rush up the stairs, through those passages.
I will cast a quick aura of vitality, just heal us for a minute.
Okay. You cast that and get some healing, eventually joining the others up the top. And when you come outside, you can no longer see the volcanoes of Blurtspur or even the jungles of the Bakamora. You can see all green. There's no mist clinging to it. There's no storm clouds over what would have otherwise been the way to Barovia. And indeed you can see a way down the saddle into the nation to the south, leads to sort of farmland, and lazy rivers winding their way south to the sea. And Ash Louise, you find you hadn't even realised how tenuous your link to your god had become, but it suddenly shines brighter than ever. As you're returned from Ravenloft back to the Faerun.
She sighs with relief and goes, "Oh, I had no idea that these elementals could block my connection to the divine. It's a very good thing we got rid of some of them."
Personally, I hadn't noticed.
The corruption. Zoe?
Personally, I hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
Well, not all of us can have, the power of an archmage and a single staff, my dear.
Nenette offers whatever lab equipment she can provide if you haven't already gone through it. If there's any gear you're looking for. And in particular, she digs out a potion of clairvoyance and a jar that's full of Keatom's ointment. Although she says it's not Keatom's, it's Nenette's ointment. Keatom takes all the credit for this stuff. And Atello says when our poor friend became Takarako and killed all of the defenders, The former commander of Votaran wielded this blackened steel longsword, and I think your group should have this. Indeed. He called it spare. Don't know why.
What is it?
A longsword.
A long sword. Right. Maybe Riddle can take a look at it since
Riddle?
they're using a sword, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can handle this longsword and see what you think.
I'll cast to detect magic on it first off.
It does radiate magic.
Might next long rest do a 1 hour ritual and replace my current packed weapon.
Okay. All right. And an hour later, you after sort of wielding it and moving it around, you find you're able to light it up, and it catches fire.
Ooh, great. I'll learn more about it, I guess.
Okay. Cool. And I think it's just ticked midnight, so rather than jump into a sort of debrief and where to from here, I think you've basically, I think this is actually a really good little one shot. This the entire little segment for this fit into one evening. So we'll carry on from here with the 3 sages that you've rescued, investigating your tablet rubbings, and making your way back to Artisimba with your new friends.
Good. Thanks, sir.
Yep. Okay.
That'll do.
Nice. So what was the long sword?
You'll have to talk to. It's got the properties of a flame tongue. Effectively, you can see it sort of catches fire.
Oh. Cool.
Okay. So let us close out. With memories of prior.
Rhyme-hearted mother earth awaits 1 week for thee. Rhyme-hearted
wrong page.
mother earth awaits 1 week for thee.
Okay, everyone. Thanks very much, and looking forward to what happens and where to in a fortnight from now. And
Yes, thank you.
Hope you enjoyed your first session. Parachuting into a level 13 experience, fighting a 300 hit point CR 14 monstrosity.
Yeah. What was it? Something like 2 days to figure out all 13 levels?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
Fast track.
Still did good with the levitate spells, though.
Ah, yeah.
That was awesome.
That was clutch.
Who ever thought levitate would be clutch? Yeah, but it was.
Levitate would have been. But levitate was effectively causing Jackus to be able to, unload. But he was going to keep raising.
Yeah, without that levitate, we would have hit him that turn also.
Yeah. And he was doing massive damage with those strikes.
Oh, definitely.
I think I did 100 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, my job is to keep the guys alive until their ridiculous damage downs whatever it is we're fighting. Like,
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, I'm switching off the
All in
stream.
all, a well balanced party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Now we may have another person joining next week, and that would round out our 6. So we'll see. I'm not.
Sure.
They were going to start.
Awesome.
They were going to start this week, but if not, I think we'll have someone else effectively rescued with the sages, also stuck in.
Next session, I'm unavailable. I'm
that's
moving
right,
house,
yeah.
so
Okay. All right. Well, I hope that your house move goes well.
it will. It
All right.
will.
Okay.